Hi. Fuck, how do I do this? Hey, my name is Ghost Data. I make music for a living. I've never made a video like this before because I've never, I like to just make the music and that's it. But I wanted to talk about this because I just canceled my Spotify subscription and there's a good reason for that, and it's because I moved all my music to this thing.
It's an iPod. It's a fucking iPod.
Yeah, so I pretty much moved my entire music library and pretty much songs that I've had since, I don't know, 20 years ago, all into this iPod that's like 20 plus years of music. Here it is. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, shit. Can you zoom in, you fuck? Yeah, so it's a modded iPod. I literally got a 5th gen, 5.5 to be exact, iPod, and I modded the shit out of it. See, look how cool it is. Ooh, look at that. Dark and long, bruh. I pretty much spent, I think, like a week straight just converting all of my like WAV files that I've had, the FLAC files that I've had over the year, into like MP3s and put them all in this thing. And I think it's I added like a flash reader, iFlash quad, and it has like a lot of capacity. It has a new battery. It has no moving parts, so it's just like all my shit's in one place. And I don't need a subscription for that either. I can just have it. Yeah, there's a big reason why I did that and why I choose to not use Spotify anymore. And I'm not gonna convince you to not use Spotify because I get it. It's like super convenient and you can listen to your music whenever you want, however you want. Like, I fucking get it. But I think there's a lot of practices that Spotify does. I could go on a long laundry list of why Spotify sucks. There are plenty of videos out there like this one showing how distributors are fucking up shit and making it awful. Or this one down here that talks about how Spotify lossless isn't truly lossless. Spotify promoting AI bans, lowering royalty payments to artists all the time. The shuffle algorithm being non-existent. It just doesn't work. This video actually explains it super well. Way better than I could. If you're wondering why you were hearing the same group of songs over and over, it's not just you. Everyone's experiencing that shit. Also, weirdly, they're asking for your photo ID now, which is like, I don't really understand why that's a thing. I guess you need to upload your driver's license to listen to Nicki Minaj. Weird. There's also this weird thing that Spotify has for their user license where anything you upload to them, they have the right to use it however they want, whenever they want, for whatever reason they want, for anything. It also includes AI model training. So if you're afraid that your music is, like as an artist, if you're afraid that your music is gonna get taken and trained by AI, that shit's gonna happen. You signed it. It's just out of your control at that point. There's also the risk of your content being taken down if you're like accidentally put on a botted playlist, like, you know, playlists that you would throw on like for money to get fucking artificial views. And that shit has happened to my friend, which sucks. Also, while editing this, I totally found out that the Spotify CEO is like investing in this military AI shit called Helsing, where he's putting money behind like warfare drones. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, I know there are so many reasons to hate Spotify. While I can't necessarily leave it all together and like make y'all like transition away from it, I wanted to give you some alternatives if you are also tired of Spotify and you want to support me, as well as any other artists that you genuinely love and want to support. Two of the streaming alternatives that I can recommend, ironically, are YouTube Music and Apple Music. It can also include Tidal to that because they do have actual lossless audio for you to use, but I haven't really used it or have much experience with it. There are a shit ton of videos explaining that. And yeah, you can definitely go check them out. YouTube specifically is really good because it not only has pretty much all of your favorite artist music on there, but it also has stuff from like users, people who aren't on like Spotify or record labels. So if you wanted to listen to, I don't know, fucking Lucky Star remix from 15 years ago that is not on any streaming services, you can actually put that on your playlist on YouTube Music because it exists on YouTube. And the audio from those YouTube videos can be played on YouTube Music. Apple Music pays a little bit more with royalties. That's just how it is. It's like a small percentage, but they do pay out a little bit more. So those two streaming services are probably the better options if you want to support me or, you know, any of your favorite artists. The second one is Bandcamp. This is a really big one, actually. I think Bandcamp is probably the closest and most esteemed way you can support your favorite artists, if they're even on Bandcamp. Most of them are, but some of them they just aren't. On Bandcamp, when you purchase things, you can get them in MP3, you can get them in FLAC, you can get them in WAV. And once you add it to your collection, you can go back in and re-download those whenever you want. Yeah, it's really a good place to go and get your music. I've gotten a shit ton of albums when I was transitioning from Spotify to my good old little iPod here. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, look at Lane. Ooh. Wait, can it zoom in on Lane? Zoom in on our BB. Zoom in on Lane, you fuck. And that's where I got most of my music, to be honest. And it's worked out pretty well so far. So yeah, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Bandcamp, really good places to go. On my Bandcamp, you can actually buy my entire discography for like an extremely reasonable price in any format you want, FLAC, WAV, MP3. So I'll leave a link down in the damn, fuck my ass. So I'll leave a link in the description below. And the last recommendation I have is one that I think we've all started in back in the day. It's a tried and true method. If you're broke as shit and you really still want your music, you know, you could always sail the 7 seas. And I'm not gonna like judge you for it. I'm not going to moral grandstand and say you should buy all of your artist music. It is good if you do, but if it boils down to it, man, I know you're thinking it. I know we're all thinking it. I've done it. You've done it. Like, we've all done it, okay? I'm sorry. We've all done it. But yeah, so I've actually had like a really good time investing into my own personal library. I have about 4,000 songs that I have meticulously like added metadata to, the album artwork, year it was made, genre, you know, all that shit. Yeah, and it really helped reconnect me with music. Honestly, it did. And after I figured out how to open up this old iPod and replace the parts and make it kind of like my own, like it feels really good. Like I don't have to have an internet connection to listen to my collection of music. You know, if I don't have $16 in my bank account and I'm in the negative or some shit and Spotify is about to cancel my membership, I don't have to really worry about that. I have everything on my iPod. This is also kind of like a call out to y'all, and I've pretty much talked about this on my streams too and on Twitter. I feel like a lot of media is being taken away from us. And whether that's with studios losing their publishing rights to have stuff being able to be streamed, like old anime albums that are in weird label deals that get taken down like for no reason. I think it's really important that we still buy physical media. But yeah, so I know this is like kind of a random video and I know it's structured extremely poorly, but I had a lot of fun modding this iPod, and I think by doing that, it's kind of giving me more control over how I'm able to consume this media. It's also like a less distraction too. I feel like with our phones, it just has everything on it all the time, and there are plenty of videos of people who are also separating their music into iPods or like other DAPs, and they seem to be having a great time with it. I've also had a great time with it, and I didn't even know this, but my car has like a USB slot specifically for iPod. It's just like a USB 1.0, but like there's a setting on my dash where I can actually click it and it's for an iPod. So
iPod setting. You put it, you connect the iPod. You're cool. That's awesome. Yeah, we got it. Oh, Jesus!
It's really convenient to just throw that in my car, put it on shuffle, and just listen to a bunch of shit that I've never heard before. Because I downloaded a fuck ton of music, like a bunch of albums I've never listened to, or old albums that I didn't even know I had anymore. So it's been cool rediscovering old stuff. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I know it's structured really poorly. I feel out of my comfort zone because I don't really do videos like this. But yeah, if you want to support me, please go and buy my shit on Bandcamp. I am no longer going to be promoting Spotify. I still have to upload my albums to Spotify. Like I still have to keep it up because if I took all that shit down today, I'd be broke. But if you really love my shit and you want to support me, then Bandcamp, YouTube Music, Apple Music are the best way to do it. I also have a Patreon. I'm putting it down in the description below. I'll upload some old tracks that I don't think I'll ever release. But yeah, it'll be all up in there. That's also where you can find the Discord link if you subscribe to the Patreon. So if you want to come say hi to the community and hang out and maybe see me working on some shit,
run that back.
Randomly, you know where to find me. I actually had like a whole like script written for this, and I had like bullet points of what I wanted to go down.
I forgot
and
to
I was
talk about
really
all
going
that.
to go in depth of, you know, how bad Spotify is. But I decided that this would be a lot simpler. I'll also link the videos of the people who I think can provide you more information on how bad Spotify is. Yeah, that's all I really had to say. Thank you so much for coming and checking out my shit and listening to me ramble for however long this video is going to be. I do streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Yes, I'm literally the second coming of Christ, and I'm coming. Definitely subscribe to my Twitch, and that's where I'll be for most of my streaming stuff. Thank you all for listening. This was really unstructured. I really don't do videos like this, but I felt it necessary because I want you to have control of your music, and I want you to not have to worry about streaming services fucking up your shit and making it so you can't listen to your favorite stuff, because I feel all art should be available to everyone all the time. Yeah. Okay, bye.